Happy Saturday to you. Welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. Glad you made it by. My name's Jim. I'm a crypto trader and a Forex trader. Trade on the Forex exchange, and I also trade Bitcoin and Litecoin and other cryptocurrencies wherever the charts lead me. So welcome to the channel. Glad you're here. I'm here to help you understand the market from an Elliott Wave perspective. I am an Elliott Wave trader. There are a lot of people out there that believe Elliott Wave doesn't work. Well, I use it every day and it works just fine for me. So if you'd like to understand Elliott Wave and understand at least how it can help you in your trading, you made it to the right channel. Glad you stopped by. We're going to look at Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum today. It might be a little bit of a longer video, but this will be a power-packed time of information here. We're going to look heavily into the macro counts and the micro counts and see there is a trade setting up, and I want to show it to you, and we'll get there eventually towards the latter part of the video. I want to talk about market psychology as well as just give you some anti-FOMO medicine, because one of the things I say all the time, and it's on my channel. Basically, if you go to my channel, let's see if I can find my channel quickly here. At the top of my channel, I've got this saying, and it says, I say, chill, the market always comes back. And it's true, the market always comes back. And so you'll have other entries. And one of the worst things you can do is enter on big green candles. And we've had one of those big green candles this morning, and some of you are thinking, oh no, you're missing out, and you are FOMOing into a trade. That's the worst time in the world to enter into a trade. You are not missing out. You will not miss out. It will be back. Do not worry. Okay? All right, with all that set up, let's get started with the video. Don't forget a couple things. I am not a financial advisor. This is not intended to be financial advice. I'm not here to tell you how to spend your money. I'm here to show you how I'm spending mine, and maybe you can learn something along the way. All right, let's take a peek at Bitcoin right away and see what we can see. So here's Bitcoin, and I've got two counts, and I just want to show you quickly the two main counts that I have. First off, we have a WXY potential where we have basically a three-wave structure, and we're making one more three-wave structure, looking for the big push to the downside. Problem is, it's certainly going sideways for a long time. It needs to come down pretty quick if this is going to be validated. All right, let's look at the next potential count here. The next potential count is we're dealing with a triangle. The triangle is basically it's made of 5 waves within a tightening pattern, consolidation pattern like this. I had to draw the trend line a little differently on the daily here to exclude the wicks in order to make the triangle work. But in order to make the triangle work, you've got to have 3 waves in every system here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we have to have 1, 2, 3. Let me change colors here so you guys can see it. What's today's color going to be? How about that? That looks fantastic. So yeah, you've got to have 3 waves here. And so if we're going to get this triangle, we need 3 waves. It looks like we might be getting it. So the tail is the story is going to be told in the small details of this wave. If we don't get a move to the downside fairly quickly, this WXY might become invalidated fairly soon. When would it be invalidated? It'd be invalidated on a move higher than 10,900 to 11,000 in that ballpark region. So if we get a move higher than that, I don't think we're getting this WXY. We're going to have to finally throw that out the window. Though it's still my bias right now, and I'm still wanting it. I still desire it. I really like to see the price come on down here. Because the implications of this would be that we'd be on to higher highs very soon. If this triangle is validated, then there's a likelihood that we would only get up to about $15,000 to $17,000 before we have to come down for a larger correction, and we have to wait through another stinking correction. So I mean, we can make money on the way down. That's not a problem. I'm just tired of corrections. Bull markets are a lot more fun. Don't you remember 2017? That was so much more fun than what's going on right now. So yeah. So my hope, to be honest with you, even though this is coming down to $7,500, that's a discount in price. It happens very quickly, and then we're off to the races. I would love that a lot more than a triangle. So one of the things I want to talk about is that we can't let our bias, though, what we want to happen in the market, affect the way we look at the charts. We have to stay as unbiased as possible. We have to stay as neutral as possible. Let the chart tell us, let the waves tell us what it's doing, rather than we try to force fit the waves into our system. Okay, so up to this point, I have really been biased to this chart, and I've been trying to make this wave right here. Let me see if I can highlight it for you. This wave, yeah, not that. Let me get that off the chart here. I've been trying to make this wave right there a leading diagonal, and it just doesn't fit with a leading diagonal shape. Leading diagonals basically would look like this, where the one wave, 2, 3, 4, 5, like something like that. Maybe not quite so steep, but you get the idea. This is just really, if you just back out and look at it in the 6-hour chart like we're in, it looks like a simple 3-wave structure right there, ABC. When you measure that guy, let's see if I can get, when you throw the fibs on this move, it comes down to the one-to-one extension, which I've already done, but I'll show you very quickly if you'd like to see that. You can see we've come to the one-to-one extension. That means this is a corrective fib level. This is an ABC structure. We've had a reversal off of that pretty decently, and it looks like this was definitely an ABC. Okay, so the big question mark here is if this is ABC. If it is, then we need to be expecting a move to the upside, which is starting to get me to think that we're dealing with an upside count from here. It doesn't mean like we're going to the moon. It just means that we might be looking at the triangle rather than the WXY. But that doesn't mean it's going to happen, just because it just means that right now that's my bias. Now, we still have a potential here to have some kind of expanding diagonal. So an expanding diagonal, which it's a thing, okay? it is a thing. It's basically, you've got a 1, a 2, here's our 3 wave, our 4 is over here, and the 5. And so you've got a diagonal where the 4 overlaps the 1, but instead of contracting, instead of the wave shape contracting, they expand. And so we're expanding its shape. Now, whether that fits it, I don't know. I don't know that I again, is that a force fit into this? Well, we'll have to wait and see. Right now, I'm interpreting this as my final thought. If I had to stake my life on it, which I don't, but if somebody demanded, give me an answer, what do you think it is? Right now, it looks like an A, B, C. So with that being said, then we need to start interpreting this wave more in a bullish pattern. Okay, that means we have a 5-wave structure here, clear as day. 3-wave structure here, clear as day. We need to see a 5-wave structure here. Okay, that's all it can be. That's all that can come next. And so we have to ask ourselves, are we getting a 5-wave structure here that's coming? And so let's take a peek at the micro count here. I'm going to go to a different chart here, pull up that micro count. Okay, here we are. This is the ABC I just said I'd stake my life on, or kind of, sort of, not really. Now, this is a very difficult wave. What I want to see is this. I want to see 5 waves that measure impulsively. My problem is I've got a really weird start to this wave, and it's challenging. I spent some time yesterday during lunch, not during lunch, during the end of yesterday's video, really hemming and hawing over that thing, and I'm still, to be honest with you, I already made a video today that was like 20 minutes long, and I was hemming and hawing again over it. And if I start analyzing it now, I'm probably going to hem and haw over it again. So I really don't know exactly what this is yet, if it's corrective, because let me show you how I can measure it and it looks corrective. If I measure to that wave right there down to this wave, we have come up here to the 1276 roughly. Let me get that right on the tick here, right on the tick. We came up to the 1276 and we tagged it, 1272 really, and then we had a rejection off of that. The problem with that is we've got another move, and this is looking impulsive to the upside. So, if this was corrective, we would expect to move down, but I'm not sure that we're going to get that. So we have to look at this wave and ask ourselves, what is this wave here? What is this wave being formed? And so on. So pretty challenging stuff here, guys. Pretty challenging stuff. Let's talk about the implications here. If this is ABC, we would expect to see 5 waves to the upside. Go to the 1 hour here, compact it a little bit. The only way I can interpret this right now is 5 waves to the upside is that we have a 1 2 1 2. It's the only way I can see it. It's a 1 2 1 2. Let me show you what I'm seeing. We got a 1 and a 2 right here. 1 2. I'm not going to go into all the details why I can't see 5 waves there because it looks like 3 waves. But when I have a wick like that, and even when I go down to the 1 minute chart, I can't even see the 5 waves in there. But I'm just going to assume they're in there because it has a measurement that's impulsive. This looks like the ending of a 5 wave structure. So I got shape and fibs right now. I don't have the wave count, but I got shape and fibs, which makes it's more important to me to have shape and fibs than it is to have the exact wave count sometimes. All right, so we got a 1, a 2. Okay, now if this is 3 up here, this is a really odd shaped 3. 1 2 3 4 5. In fact, when I put the fibs on this next one, so if this is a 1 2 of the third, okay, this doesn't make it up to the 1618. I would have really preferred us to come up here to the 1618 before this move. But we potentially could have a finished 1, 2. That could be 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 3, 4. Oh, I'm sorry. That's wrong. Sorry. Let's try again. I don't like this, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't like that at all. I don't like the way that looks. It doesn't measure right. It doesn't look good to me. I would rather actually, if I'm honest with you, and I always am, except when I'm not. I'm just kidding. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're getting the 5th wave of the third. I don't like the shape of it for that, to be honest with you. So I'm having a hard time seeing that. I don't like the shape of this wave. I don't like it if that's what that is. In other words, I'm postulating that this is a 1, a 2. We still have the third to finish. 3, 4, 5. In other words, we're getting an extended third wave. I just don't like the shape of that extended third wave. But if we get an extended third wave, we would expect it to come up to the 2618 to finish. So let's throw the fibs on that guy. Expecting it to come up here somewhere to finish up this third wave. And that's just the third wave. That's just the third wave. See, I'm hemming and hawing, guys, because I look at it, I'm just like, I don't like that. I don't like it at all. So hard, so hard. But bear with me here. So let's just continue on as if nothing's bad here. So then I would expect this wave to do this then. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's the third wave. Then we'd look for correction, and then another 5 wave move to the upside. And that would finish a 5 wave impulse, if I'm counting correctly. Which I have major questions as whether I'm counting correctly or not. Major questions about that. It does not look right. We are getting impulsive moves here. Starting to back down though, but still could get. I mean, they're impulsive. So yeah, so that's what I'm looking at. So let's zoom out just a little bit here. If that's the one wave, if I'm saying that's a one wave, and my whole logic criteria could be off, but if that is, that implies that the three wave is going to be gigantic. This implies a very big bullish move to the upside. In other words, we're implying this 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is what is being implied if this is simply a one wave. You see what's so hard about that? So that completely wrecks my bias, and I have to deal with that emotion here. I've got to say, okay, is the wave actually telling me that? Now I'm being confronted with that's not what I've been expecting. That's not what I've been waiting for. That's not what I've been hoping for. Is that what's going to happen? The wave structures are implying that it could be that. Let's zoom in again and let's try to look at it from another angle. This is another one of those, you know, crappy think aloud videos that I'm hemming and hawing. I told you I'd be hemming and hawing. Told you. And this is why we don't trade alone. It's often helpful to have other guys look at it with you and talk about possibilities because sometimes somebody looks at it from a different angle and they see something you don't see. Now let's assume this is corrective here. And let's assume this can be impulsive. Let's entertain this for a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, again, this 4 is overlapping the 1. Is that one of those expanding diagonals? To be honest with you, that's a chart pattern that I am not fully knowledgeable about, and I don't know all the rules for. I would rather say that this is a leading diagonal, which I don't like either, but that's one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's your leading diagonal. That's a one wave. We're getting the two wave right now. If that's the case, this is what we would be expecting. This fits my bias. We got a one wave, we're getting a two wave. Now two wave might be finished. Just get rid of that fib level there. A, B, C right there. WXY, whatever it is. Three wave right there. Now we're getting a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would be coming down from there. And this three wave structure, this is again fits my bias. That kind of three wave structure that, where is it? There would be, let me show you where that fits in the grand scheme of this count. W. Sorry. Try again. This Y wave needs to be 3 waves, so this would be a W wave, X wave, and we'd be getting a Y wave. And this Y wave, this Y wave here is going to be a 3-wave structure. Boom, boom, boom. So this would create 3 waves of the A wave, B, C, like that. So that's the way I'm interpreting it to fit my bias to the downside. Now, I like that better. It makes more sense to me in the grand scheme of this. I believe that this needs to come down here. Again, my bias is coming in. Is that what the waves are giving us? I'm going to let you guys decide that. I'm just going to try to be ready to trade it. ABC. So the fibs on this guy. See what we should get here. There is a way to interpret this wave as a 5-wave impulse, but it's really hard to see it. It's a little easier with an ABC, WXY, ABC, X, AB, well, actually, AB, I guess it's easier with the 535, 535. All right, where was I? There we are. Okay. Just looking at this wave being formed right here, once we get past this junk here, it's looking to the upside to me. It just looks up, feels up. Everything looks up. This looks like an impulse wave right there. That's 3-wave-ish. That's corrective. Comes to a corrective fib. One, 2, 7, 6 right there. We've reversed past the top of that. This is going up, guys. It's just all there is to it. This is going up. Jim, you got to deal with it. Here are the fib levels here. Looks like we're getting a 5th wave of some kind. One, two, three, four. If I want to be simple about it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting the 5th wave. Where would the 5th wave come if that's the case? I don't like any of this, guys. Don't like any of it. This is where I almost just want to just cancel the video and just like not make a video today. But I'm just going to let you see me struggle through. Enjoy. Hope it's appreciated. One, two, three, four. Getting a 5th wave. Should be coming up here to the 786. If we get an extended 5th wave, you can look at it coming up to 10,768. Now, there is a possibility, and I said this yesterday, that this still might be going down. Let me show you a different way to look at it. If this is an ABC of some kind, and we just got an ABC there, we should be looking for an ABC to the upside there. So that's another scenario that could happen. The only way it could happen is that if this comes up and stops at 10,788, one-to-one extension. I wouldn't want to see it go any higher than that. I would like to see it stop around 10,600, 10,650. I would like to, if it's going down from here. So if this is some kind of, W, X, Y for an A wave, and that's that would work, guys. That would actually work to the downside. With this being an ABC, this would actually work. ABC, ABC, ABC. There's your W wave X, Y. That would actually work, guys, and that would look right to me. We could get that right there. So there you go. There's a bear count with maintaining this bull bias here, and that would take us up to this trend line here, guys, roughly, especially if we stop around the 786. If you made it this far, good for you. Good for you. Not my best video in the world, but that's what I'm seeing. If we pass this high, 10,900, we got the triangle on our hands. We need to throw this WXY out the door. So 10,900, that's our invalidation point. If we pass that, we've got the triangle on our hands. So what you would expect then is a move up here to about 11,400 or so in that ballpark, and then another move to the downside to back to about $10,000. Could come as low as 9,004 or 9,005 in that region. Could come and hit that trend line again. So we should have another move to the downside soon. That's what we're looking at. Let's look at Litecoin, see what she's doing, because she's pumping. Pumping. Okay, what am I seeing here in Litecoin? Oh, by the way, if you made it this far, leave a random comment of your choice. Random comment of your choice, or just let me know that you made it to the Litecoin portion. Okay, what I'm seeing here is remember that move I said, hey, $75 is still on the table. Well, hey, everybody, $75 is still on the table. Okay, it looks like we've got an impulse here, but this doesn't measure impulsively. This actually measures more like a 1, 2, 3. This looks like a 4 wave, and this looks like an extended fifth. If this is an extended fifth, I need to see a rejection right here, right now, off this 1-to-1 extension. So when I measure this wave to this wave, that looks like a 1, 2, 3. This is 4. This looks like a fifth wave extension. And so, what you want to do is say this is 1, that's 2, this is 3. That 3 would come up here to 72. Now I imagine that still could be on the table, but and this wave is just not measuring well, so that could be on the table, I suppose. But this looks more like 1, 2, 3, 4 extended fifth, and then we need to come on down from here. It's having a hard time making it up there. It's kind of being pumped up here for this fifth wave. So I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen here, but I'm looking for if my count is right for an extended fifth, this needs to find a rejection here. We should see a move down to the downside here to round structure, and then the third wave coming on up to somewhere around $74, 74. That this 2618 extension, a little pullback, and then a fifth wave to finish. Okay, and that would finish us at basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. What would that mean in the grand scheme of the count? Well, I still have a bias that Litecoin needs to come down one more time. That is my bias. All of this is still within a corrective fib level and corrective structure, unless we shoot up to $79 today or tomorrow. If we put the move here to here, Okay, the 127. Why are my fibs so off every time? There it is. I'm going to zoom in here because my fibs are just not in the right place. There's my $75 target. There it is. Okay. So, yeah, this is looking like, an A, a B, and then we're going to get the C wave here of some kind, or a WXY, and this is a WXY as well. Um, so looking like $75 might be a target that we're looking at. If we make it up here to the $79 region, this everything's it's a bull count, guys, and we're going up. So that's what I'm looking at. So I'm looking at a target of about $75 if it comes up to there. What if it doesn't? What would it be? Well, I mean, I guess looking at this wave more as a corrective wave. A, B, C. We've only come up to the one-to-one extension. So if we look at this as a corrective wave like that, then this could be impulsive, corrective, expected down move from here. So that's the bear way to look at that. All right, there's my analysis there. If you want to keep on going, come with me to Ethereum. Still looking at this target up here, and we're making our way up to it. Called it the other day, looking at 190, a target of 190. Looks like we're going to actually. Ethereum's the only easy one to count, guys. I should probably spend a little bit more time on Ethereum. I know you're like saying amen to that comment, I'm sure, if you're watching. So yeah, 190 is our target there. Still looking really, really good. Count it here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still looking good for that to finish that out. So watch 190, then we should see some downside there. Let's wait and see what Bitcoin is doing around this mark. Let's wait and see what Litecoin is doing around that. But I'm targeting 190, and then we'll look heavily. Once we'll have more data, we'll know what's going on, and I'll be able to actually give you some better information. All right, this has been just a big think out loud, really, really hard video. If you want to leave a pity like, go for it. Leave a pity comment. Go for it. I'm just putting a lot of effort for us, so that I can try to give us some kind of understanding as to where we're headed. I'm doing my best for you guys. This is a challenging wave count. It is definitely challenging. There's no doubt about it. The market makers intended to be so. Guys, I hope y'all have a fantastic Saturday. Tomorrow, live stream tomorrow night. I will put a video out before I head to church, but live stream tomorrow night at 8 a.m. We should have some excitement tomorrow. So, well, I said 8 a.m., but it's 8 p.m. my time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. So 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central tomorrow live stream. You guys have a great Saturday. Bye-bye.